It's supposed to bruise knees next morning. Yeah, they.
Hello everyone, today is Sunday, November the 27th, 2022. My name is Shelly and this is FlossTube number 113. I haven't filmed since November the 10th, so got quite a bit of stitching to show you. Just dealing with, working and in basketball and stuff like that. So I haven't either had the energy or the time or both to do a video until today. So I hope everyone is doing well. I hope everyone in the U.S. had a happy Thanksgiving. Ours was good. Our younger daughter came over. We did a shrimp boil for lunch, and then we went to Huntsville together. We were supposed to do our whole family, but unfortunately, Kim and her family got sick with the flu. And so hopefully we'll get to do this next Sunday, as well as my delayed birthday celebration. So yeah, it's just kind of a bummer, but we did have fun with Lincoln. So I have a new friend to introduce you to. I was in Joann one day looking for floss, no doubt, and we've gotten new management at our Joann, and I've been kind of curious to see if they're running the store any better than the old management. Our Joann has like just these random piles of things just throughout the store. They're not on clearance or anything. They just pile this stuff up and just put it on any shelf and any spot they have available, I guess. But so I kind of went through some of those, and then I did go through the clearance section. And in the clearance section, I ran across Sparkles. And I knew she had to come home and hang out with me in my craft room because she's just so sparkly and cute. And she's got these little stickers that come with her. And so I put her little purple heart glasses on. I just think she's adorable. So this is Sparkles, and she's hanging out with me. She's my stitching buddy. I have a couple of other stitching buddies, and just every now and then one just catches my fancy in the store and says, "Hey, can you bring me home to your craft room?" She was less than $10, and I think they sell for like $24 on Amazon. So I was glad I snapped her up. I mean, I snapped her up anyway, regardless of what her sale price was. But yeah, she's just so cute. So that's Miss Sparkles. So I did have a little bit of a crazy story. I've shared before how I found a straight pin in a shower puff while I was in the shower. So now I've discovered a needle in a very unlikely place. During the night last night, I could feel something poking me or scratching, scraping against me. like on my side right here, and I thought it was like the, you know, like a rough spot on the seam of my, like I sleep with these little tank bras on. So I thought it was just like a rough spot. And, you know, I just kept like trying to pull it, you know, get it where it wasn't on my skin. And then when I finally kind of woke up this morning, and it really kind of poked me, and so I was like, what is this? And so I grabbed it, and it was actually a needle that was just stuck right in my tank bra. So just never know where they're going to end up, honestly. Okay, so Nathan's been having basketball games a lot. He did miss their last game, which was last Monday, because he was sick. And they have one tomorrow night, so we'll be back in the swing of that. He had a tournament on the 12th, and we went to that. It was pretty much all day into the night. And so we went out to eat during lunch in between his games. I wanted to go to Olive Garden, but Nathan didn't really want to do that because he didn't want the pasta just sitting in his belly when he had to play later. So we went to Sam's Sports Grill in Florence, and it's very good. So I was happy with that. But then after we were done, you know, it was supposed to be my birthday celebration. And so Michael's like, you know, if you want to go to Olive Garden, we're going to go to Olive Garden for supper. And so we did. And that was a lot of fun. Okay, so what have I been stitching on? I've got one new, no, I already started that. Let's see, I do have one new start, but I started over the Thanksgiving holiday. So I'll show you that in a minute. Hang on one second. I've put my whips in this little cart. Kind of always changing things up to see what works best. And so I now have them in one of these little 3-tiered rolling carts that you can pick up from Michael's or Joann's. So let's see. I'm back in the week of the 10th. I did stitch some on Elizabeth Weston from Hands Across the Sea. And she lives in this little bag that I made years ago. I love this fabric when I saw it in Joann. Couldn't pass it up. And then this is on the inside. So Elizabeth's being stitched on a 36 count linen that Devin FL over on Instagram dyed for me for this project. And so let me see if I can just give you sort of an, there we go. It'll eventually get to where I can't do this at all because she's going to be too tall. But anyway, I'm working right here in this area. This area right here. I don't remember what was done last time I showed it to you, but I'm pretty sure I filled in this. I haven't been working on her a whole lot. Let's see. You know, probably less than 300 or right at 300 stitches. And I've only stitched on her twice since I filmed last. So, but she is on my plans for December and then and next year, of course. And I'm just using the called for DMC flosses, 1 strand over 2 threads, and then the words and some other little motifs are over 1. I think I did get this little angel done and this motif as well. Pretty sure that's what I've gotten done. Then I had brought, yeah, I guess I did. I brought Jan Hicks Creates Spring Flourish with me to the basketball tournament and worked on it like in between, you know, in between games when Nathan was playing, things like that. And I did get a finish on it. And so I've got that to show you. So, let me grab a board because this is sort of a thinner fabric. This is on a 28 count wood shout linen in the color Water Lily. And there's my finish. So, I started this was probably my third start on it. I don't remember what happened the first time. Then I restarted it on another piece and it got an ink mark on it that wasn't going to be covered by the stitching. And so I just restarted it on this Water Lily. And, you know, when I did that, I said, I know why I had to restart it so many times, because it just was meant to go on this green fabric. So this is stitched with 2 strands of Mrs. Sada's flosses over 2 threads. This is the pack for this pattern. It was a very inexpensive way for me to try her flosses, and oh my gosh, if you haven't tried them, definitely try them. They are so soft and just I mean, stitched like butter. Great to work with. So a finishing idea that I have for that piece is to, you know, mount it on some board and somehow attach it to this wreath for the spring. I think that'll look really, really pretty with the colors in it. So hopefully that works out like I'm hoping it will. So yeah, I had another FO for 2022. And that brings me to, let's see, 36, 34, let's see, 33 FOs slash FFOs, you know, they're all lumped together in the same category for this year. Okay, let's see. I did stitch on my temperature chart. Just once, I believe. Yes, just once since I saw you guys last. This is on a 14 count chalkboard black Ada using the Call for DMC flosses. And this is where I am. So yeah, it's come around right here, down, back up here, and then across the top into right here. I have to stitch on this again today. And we're getting close to the end of the year, so I'm excited. And I'm really excited to, you know, I like stitching on it, but I made plans for 2023 last night, and so I'm, you know, eager to have that behind me. And I'm not doing the temperature chart next year, so that's one slot in my stitching schedule that I can work on something else. So that's that. Let's see. Okay, I did work on winter ABCs. Looks like I stitched on that 3 days since I filmed last. Let's see, I think it's in this one. This one's in the temperature charts in my Beauty and the Beast bag. I found this fabric at Joann. Someone online had made a bag out of it, and I just fell in love. So I went and picked me up a piece, and I just had this in my stash from forever ago. And then these chunky zippers, I bought at a local store that went out of business a while back. And they had, you know, gobs of zippers, and they were real cheap prices. So my winter ABCs lives in this bag. I found this fabric at Joann also, and then I had this purple in my stash. So, I think last time you saw this, I still had the snow and the trees to do on my house. So I got that done. I got ice skates put in. I got the actual ice skates put in. I don't have the little, I think I'm going to do beads for the buttons, but I don't have anything on there yet. Did the mittens, and then the word mittens, all of these letters, and then I started on the quilt. So, I have the quilt done. Yeah, I do. I just need to do the other side of this. So I just decided to do the blue stars in the same color of the letters, and then I don't remember what I used for this part, the background. I want to say I pulled another floss out of my, I know what it is. I pulled another floss out of my stash, and it's Classic Colorworks Amethyst, which is just, I mean, barely purple. So, very happy with how wintry this is looking. And I hope to finish that, this piece in the coming week. Let's see. Okay, and then my Whip Go piece, my other Whip Go piece for the month is Seasons of the Heart Spring. And my goal is to get the this side of the heart, this side of the pattern completely finished. And so I've made good progress, but I still have a good bit of stitching to do. I still got to finish the little bunny. There's a plant right here with a couple of a big flower head, and then there's a bunch of small flower heads right here. So I'm stitching this on a 36 count linen that I hand dyed, and I'm using their called for DMC flosses with 1 strand over 2 threads. I think I'm going to do a bead for the eyes on this as well. And let's see. That lives in this cute bag. More fabric that I got from Joann. I'm not sure. I think I got this at Joann's too, but someone had made a project bag with some really pretty bird fabric, and I went to Joann to find it, and they didn't have it, but this was a good substitute. I thought it was so pretty. Okay, I worked some more on the In Command piece from Teresa Kogut. Let's see. I think this is the right bag. Yes. So this is my Eat, Sleep, Stitch, Repeat bag. This is a pattern by Lori Holt that I stitched up, and then I turned it into a bag with this pretty purple and aqua. I never can remember those, what's colors what, between aqua and teal. But anyway, I've had this material in my stash forever, as well as this one. So these are the flosses for the chart. And so what I do in order to not, and I kind of go back and forth. Rachel Q Stitches talked about this on her last video about, you know, having one master set of DMC and then just pulling part, you know, pulling what you need, but not the whole skein for a project. I'll flip back and forth If it's only a few threads, or if I'm particularly lazy that day, I will just pull the skeins and just put them in there. I try to mark in my X-Stitch app where I'm putting them, but I'm not always great about that. So I really would prefer to do this method, which is comic book boards, and I'll punch holes with my little tag, a little circle punches, one here and one here. That way I can put my leftover strands on this side. Usually I'll print the color chart and then washi tape it down, on here. But this time I just hand wrote it, and when I need to use it again, I'll just, go over with the printed out numbers. And of course I put the symbols. She didn't have the colors, or did she? I think maybe she did. So they are in numerical order. And I did put, a little hook on both sides. It just makes it easier to handle. So for what that's worth, that's how I'll do some of my projects anyway. Okay, so I'm stitching on this angel. Let me see. Figure out which way is the right way. This is on a 36 count Be Stitch Me fabric called Evil Queen. I've gotten part of her dress done down there in the bottom right corner, using one strand over 2 threads. I will say that this is the first time that I've stitched on a Be Stitch Me, and I'm not a huge fan. I mean, her fabrics are beautiful. I know everybody, raves about them, and I have no doubt that, they're gorgeous. But this is just not easy to stitch on. She's got an orange stripe, so it's Weigart that she dyes, but, the one that Devin did for me for Elizabeth, the one that I did for Seasons of the Heart, those are 36 counts that were hand dyed, and I don't have a problem stitching on them. This just really, I have a hard time. I don't know, it just made it sort of more uneven than it was originally. I don't know how to explain it. And it could be the color, but I mean, I've stitched on other dark things that I hand dyed, and so I don't know. But anyway, I'm going to plug along because, it definitely goes on this fabric, this color. So not a whole lot done, but something's better than nothing. Okay, I already showed you winter ABCs. Okay, so my Thanksgiving Day start was a free pattern from Ann Dreyer, who is over on Instagram as Ann Makes Things. And she's, I think I started following her when she was working on Flea Market Flowers, because I was following that hashtag and hers came up, and I just loved her colors. She picks the most amazing colors, and I just love her color style. And so when she said that she was working on something and she showed the colors that she was using, which were the same colors as in Flea Market Flowers, I was like, I'm definitely joining in on that. And so this lives in a dot dot goose bag. And these are the flosses. The one of them, this one right here, is not the called for. It's an anchor. Sorry. It's an anchor floss. And also, I think maybe one of these is not the call for. These kind of salmon colored flosses. The rest of them, I think, nope. I tried to find similar colors, but I just wanted to do what I had in my stash. this is a thrifted floss, and it's probably a little bit brighter than what she called for, but it was about the closest that I had. But don't you just love these colors? I mean, they're just so fun. So fun. Oh, gosh. So her pattern is called Our Father. And this came about from someone reaching out to her and asking if she knew of any cross-stitch patterns with the Our Father prayer on it. And they weren't really able to find exactly what that person had in mind. And so Anne decided to design it herself. And it's so pretty, guys. It's just so pretty. And like I said, this is free from her blog. So this is what I've gotten done over the last, I started it on Thanksgiving Day. And so I have it divided up. There's 4 pages to the pattern. And I want to try to get this finished before Christmas, or, you know, right there at Christmas time, because I do have a new start. I want to start on Christmas Day. So I've kind of divided this up, each page into 7 sections, so that I kind of know what I need to get accomplished each day. And we'll see how it goes. I might bring it to work on it, stitch on it at lunch, just to kind of help it along. This is a 32 count specialty die. I don't know what to call it. It was by Handmade at number 12 over on Etsy. And she had a Valentine's pack that, okay, limited edition. I guess that's what we would call it. And this was one of them. And I just thought, you know, I mean, Anne was doing hers on white. And while I really liked the way the colors looked on the white, I wanted it to have a little bit of an aged look. You know, juxtaposed against the bright colors. So I love it. And see, in real life, it's not quite as easy to distinguish between these 2 threads, but on the camera it looks great. So the centers of the flowers are that brighter yellow color. I just love it, guys. So I'm gonna do this. I'm doing this in honor of my mother-in-law. She was a very devout Catholic, and I think this is just perfect to do in honor of her. And I'm using 2 strands over the 2 threads on 32 count. I don't know if I said 32 count, but so on Thanksgiving Day, I said, you know, Lakin came over. We went to Huntsville for a little while. She had found this winter park event, and it didn't have quite as much as what we thought it would have. Of course, it was Thanksgiving Day, so it was neat to go and see it. I had never been to it's the Orion. Now I can't remember. I think it's Orion Amphitheater in Huntsville. Really cool place. I went to their website, and they have a couple of people coming in concert next year. One of them is Lauren Daigle. I'm trying to think of who the other one was. It's another Christian group. I don't remember who it is, but anyway, it looks like it'd be a really cool venue to go and see some shows. Oh, on the way home, you know, since that was kind of a dud, on the way there, we had passed up the new Buc-ee's near Athens, and Michael and I, neither one had ever been in one. And so when that turned out to be a little bit of a dud, we decided to go there and check it out. It was a little insane because this was their grand opening week, and it was Thanksgiving Day. And so, but it was cool. I had never been in one, and so it was really cool to go inside and see it. I bought a few things, and I didn't think to grab them. One of them was like a charcuterie board / cutting board. It could be a cutting board, but I wouldn't use it for that. But anyway, it's the state of Alabama, and it has like different, you know, it's like the map, and it'll have like either the cities engraved or a picture representing the area engraved on it. And so I snapped that up. It would be really great to find one like that that's, you know, represents Louisiana. But I don't think they, my daughter looked it up. They don't even have a Buc-ee's in Louisiana at all, which I think is kind of crazy. I mean, you would think at least New Orleans or Baton Rouge will have one. Okay, so let's see. I think I forgot to show you guys something. Yes, I did. So I did have an FO on my Shane and Christine ornament, number 3. I got her completely done with including the beads. I'm setting this aside until after the first of the year. I'm kind of burnt out on working on it. And so this is a 28 count Cashel in the color black, and I'm using her Call for DMCs. I am using a different sparkly thread. I'm using Treasure Braid instead of Chronic, and I realized the other day I had ordered some extra bobbins of it, and I ordered the wrong color, and so I'm gonna have to go back and order the right one from somewhere else. So okay, I don't know why I forgot that, but I did. Okay, so 2023 plans. I sat down last night and went in the Zinnia app, which is where I've been sort of keeping my stitching plans. I did a whole year's worth of calendars and kind of went through and decided what I wanted to focus on in the coming year. So what I plan to do the last probably, I don't know, 5 months, 4, 5, 6 months, I've been sort of doing like the ornaments. I would work on those on every Saturday. On Winter ABCs, I would work on Monday. On Elizabeth, I would work on Thursday and Friday. Whip Go on Wednesday. And that's been fine. That's been great. I really want to go back to another thing that I was doing, and you know, none of this is written in stone, and none of this is for forever, because I will change my mind and I'll need to change it up, and that's just the nature of what we all do. I think, I mean, we all do it just to keep us from getting bored, I think. But I want to do, starting in December, I want to do more of a stretch of days on something instead of separating it by days of the week. And so this is December's calendar. I'm planning to work on Winter ABCs over these 3 days and hopefully get it finished. And then the first Friday and Saturday of each month, I'm going to do BBD Weekend Sal. And then I have a stretch of 5 or 6 days, depending on the month, on Elizabeth. And let's see, I have my Whip Go pieces on here, and then this is my new start on Christmas Day, is Sampler Hope from Stitches Through the Years. I need to get my threads ordered for that. I need to get on that as soon as possible. So this is, I'm sort of like, I guess, easing into what I want to do next year with this December calendar. So I went through and looked at different holidays for next year and decided on new starts that I want to do on those holidays. And I want to try to, you know, spend at least 3 days on a new start when I start it. And then in the following month, I want to get some more time in on that one that I started the month before. And this is my list of what I want to start throughout the year next year. I think I added something else. I don't remember what it was, but I have it on my iPad, which is what I'm filming on, so I can't look at it. But so I'm gonna start on New Year's Day. I'm gonna start Forget Me Not, and so I think I stitch on it for 3 days, and then the following month I'll stitch on it for a number of days, either 3 or 4 days in a row. That's a small, so I may not need all of that, but we'll see. And then so I'm going to do the same thing with each piece that I'll start this year. I also want to do my genealogy pieces, and I did plan some more in my Zinnia app. Some of them will be new starts. Some of them will be, focusing on whips. And so if it's a whip that I'm doing for genealogy, I make that also a whip focus for that month. So I pick, like 2 or 3 whips that I really want to focus on getting some consecutive days in stitching them. So, my whip go board is going to be all medium to large size pieces that I'll get 500 stitches on for every block, that's called. So I have those that'll get, a good bit of love next year, because each piece will be on there twice. So I'll get 1,000 stitches on, 12 different medium to large whips. And then I, pick some other ones that I really want to try to focus on getting some good time in over the months. The only thing that means is that a lot of my smalls are not going to get any love. I think I have one of them that I picked for the genealogy for my grandmother, my mom's mom. And I want to say that's the only small that I've sort of put on my list to get a focus. There may be one other one. So I'm kind of toying around with the idea of next year making my lunchtime stitch be one of my smalls. I think that'll work okay. It'll, those things will get some love on them, and, they won't just sit languishing the whole year, not being touched. So I think that's my plan. And like I said, I went through and did the whole year of next year of what I wanted to do, genealogy piece, what my new starts were, and what my whip focuses were going to be for the month. So, of course, I'm still going to work on Elizabeth, and I'm going to do 5 to 6 days in a row on her each month. I'm going to do the BBD weekend sow, and you'll see that my new starts, I have quite a bit of blackbird that I chose. So 3 blackbirds. I'm going to start Botanical Gardens from Mirabilia in February for Valentine's Day. I've got some of those little mini Quakers that I got from Happy Mood Point on Etsy a while back. And then this, like a cherry blossom, I'm starting that on Mother's Day, and it's from Stitches Through the Years. I have, I think, 3 or 4 patterns from them that I bought, and I really wanted to get them started. I also plan to start Hands-On Designs Summer Basket. That's the pieces of, I think it either has 3 or 4 different little pillow patterns. And so I'm planning on starting that. I'm going to start Liberty Jar, which I planned to start this year and didn't. There's another blackbird. I want to start Threadneedle Street from Annie B's. Let's see. And then this is a Teresa Kogut in his image. And then for Christmas, I want to start Mercy and Grace by Sweet Wing Studio. So that's my tentative plans for next year. Cross-stitching wise, I really wish that I could find the energy and inclination to do more quilting. It's just not there, so I'm just going to wait until it comes back, I guess. I don't know. I really want to, but you know, it's just not happening. And I knew that this would happen once I start working again. And as time goes on, I'm getting, you know, I'm feeling it more and more in my body. Even though I only work 4 days a week, I feel every single one of those hours in my body. And so I'm just going to do what I can do and use my stitching to, you know, keep my mental health intact. Okay, so I did have 2 pieces of haul and a little bit of stitchy kindness. Let me kind of clean up and then I'll be back with that, as well as to do the giveaway. Okay, I'm back. So Malachi's here today. I wasn't expecting him to come over, but I'm glad he's here. So I'm trying to get this done and over with and get it uploaded because I haven't filmed in too long. So, but anyway, he was in here playing with sparkles. We put her right here. He turned her into the most amazing disco ball. I mean, come on, guys. How can I resist her? So, put her right there. She's going to hang out with me while I do the drawing. And then I just have a 1 piece of haul and some stitchy kindness. Okay, so this was up for grabs. Nobody commented on it, and so I'll just put it back in the pile. This pattern from Fat Quarter Shop. They're Stitch Quarterly, American Spirit. Let's see. The winner of this is Becky Reed. Becky, congratulations. You'll find my email address below. If you write to me and give me your mailing address, I'll get this in the mail for you. And then the Prim and Proper pattern from Lori Holt. Dina Drager is the winner. Congratulations to you, Dina. Give me a, shoot me an email with your mailing address and I will get that in the mail for you soon. Okay, so thanks everybody for entering the giveaway. I appreciate you guys being here, supporting my channel. Excuse me. So, I've talked about my friend Nina before on this channel. She'll, you know, surprise me with little gifts and stuff. So she came by my work. I don't remember what day it was, but it was not long after my birthday, and brought me a birthday present. So that was just so sweet. So she brought me a lighted mirror, like little, here, I'll show it to you. So this little mirror opens up and it does have lights that you can turn on the back. So that's great to have. She also got me a set of the satin hands from Mary Kay. I love that stuff. And so I haven't had any in quite a while. So I was excited to have some of that again. And then she picked up this pattern for me from Hands On Design. Let's Talk Quilting. I was excited. You know, this is something that I, you know, always said that, oh my gosh, I would love to do that. But, you know, I probably wouldn't have pulled the trigger on getting the pattern. So I'm glad that she gave it to me and now I have it. So thank you so much, Nina. I appreciate it. I appreciate you being so sweet to me and supporting my channel and just being my friend. So a while back, if you're on Etsy, I don't know if you look at the updates and stuff, but it's kind of dangerous to look at them, but I do look at them. And Hand Dyed by Rolanda had this special edition 50-yard hank of cotton floss that I just could not, I couldn't pass it up, guys. Is that not just the most beautiful floss? So I have no idea what I'm going to use it on. You know, would love to use it like on, you know, something that's, you know, meant to be done in one color. So, love it. Love it, love it. Also, Stitching Book Club has come out with their latest pattern. They're not doing it as a mystery, and so I'll insert a picture here. So she released it all in one go, but she does have a schedule in the pattern of stitching and reading. It is Jane Eyre, and yeah, one of my favorite. I don't know if I've read the book, but definitely one of my favorite, you know, productions that I've seen on television. So I'm looking forward to reading that and get started stitching on it. Let's see, I think it starts, I'm not sure exactly when it starts. I think it might start the 18th or the 17th, but I'm starting to stitch on mine on the 19th of this month, and I'll stitch on it for 4 days. So yeah, I need to kit it up and probably will dye some fabric for it. We'll see. So I think that's all I've got for you guys today. I hope you have a good week ahead. I hope you're able to survive the upcoming holiday season. We are going to be really busy coming up. We've got a symphony performance on this coming Friday, Cirque de la Symphony, which I'm looking forward to. It's on a Friday. On Saturday, the 3rd, I have my stitching group, and we are doing a gift exchange. So if you're anywhere near Northwest Alabama in the area called the Shoals, you know, and this could be someone who's in eastern Mississippi or southern middle Tennessee as well. You're welcome to come and join us. We meet the first Saturday of every month, starting at 10 o'clock at Calico Rose Quilt Shop in Florence, Alabama. It's on Darby Drive. We are doing we're going to do, like, you know, a gift exchange. So everybody's encouraged that wants to participate to bring a $10 valued stitching item. And we will do a little gift exchange. We did that last year and it was a lot of fun. So that's this coming weekend. And then Sunday, we're going to do our Thanksgiving dinner. And then the following weekend on the 9th, we have our Christmas party, our clinic Christmas party. Then on the 16th, we have the girls in our clinic are getting together to have a Christmas party at one of the ladies' houses. And, you know, there's just going to be a lot going on, plus Nathan's basketball games. So it's going to be really busy. So I don't know when, you know, what my filming schedule is going to be. But, you know, don't doubt that I won't be here stitching some stuff, and I will come back and share it whenever I'm able to. So thanks you guys for watching. Thanks for supporting me and encouraging me. And yeah, happy stitching. Bye guys.